Hello everyone, and welcome back to Niche, the Lands of Ice Challenge. And we are picking up right where we left off last time because holy cow, there is a lot happening right now, and there is a lot that we need to do, and we only have 8 more days on this island. So if you guys are not familiar with the rules, then definitely check out the video description. If you're not familiar with what's going on, then check out the previous episodes or just strap yourself in for a wild ride because we have bunnels to hunt, babies to have, rogues to avoid, and an island to get off of before it freezes us all to death. So on that note, let's go ahead and review what is going on right now. Just really quickly, Kakuku, searching for the bunnels that he can smack with that hammer tail of his, has managed to find himself alone on top of the mountain, but he has been gathering up copious amounts of food for our tribe, which is wonderful because we are going to have to flee to the next island pretty soon to avoid the encroaching ice, and we're gonna want to have plenty of food for that because rumors and the very cold icy winds coming from this island definitely have it that we will not have as much food as we hope for. I think we can actually take 8 nichelings to the next island after having reviewed the color of this stone too. I'm really hoping that's true, but we did have an iceberg on that spot, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to transport all of our nichelings. We'll have to bear that in mind for when we bump ourselves onto the next island. And also, we opened up said second iceberg last time and discovered Totaro, one of Tata's many descendants, carrying his name and having a hammer tail, which is absolutely fantastic. Since we have to have such huge penalties when we breed together direct siblings now, I am so relieved that we found Totaro because hopefully he can be a good mate for Anuar's child with Kakuku. And we can have that hammer tail end up in the tribe pretty early on. But Anuar is not very amused at the idea of her precious child that she has to have before the 6 days are up. Yeah, she's actually going to pass away before we even leave this island. So she's not 100% amused with the idea of her precious child ending up Tata's descendant's mate. But it would mean that Hammertail would be able to get into the tribe without us having to take any penalties, which would be really nice. And Juniper has had to leave the safety of her wonderful hot springs that she was hiding inside of to get away from yet another rogue. As the daughter of a rogue who was brought to this island, she has endured so much trying to find safety in a new tribe. And I think that Kale here, the first and only nicheling yet to be born on this island, would be very distressed to hear of how Juniper is just struggling and how sad she is that she has been chased by rogue after rogue after rogue. And I do think that he is going to jump to her rescue, and we're going to keep a very close eye on the fact that we should hopefully have her snout passed on for any of their children. And it would be kind of interesting to have Spiky Body and possibly that Heat Body somewhere inside the family tree too. I think that Heat Body would be amazing, absolutely freaking amazing to get into the tribe. I just can't remember how it's unlocked because I've almost never had Heat Body. Spend time in cold climate. Well, one way or another, that probably will happen if our whole tribe doesn't die off. But it would be really useful to have Heat Body this early on. So we'll have to see. I may even have Kale mate with a sibling to cross our paws and just see if we can make Heat Body show up. We'll have to see. And then finally, Trill has been roped in by Kakuku into wandering all over the island, helping to collect the bunnels, but we will be bringing him back over to his wonderful mate, Cornea, shortly, and hopefully she will be having her child very soon here too. But bear in mind that we're going to have to be very careful that we only have 8 spots, and only 8 days, 8 spots, 8 days, what could go wrong? Let's go ahead and continue the hunt for now. Anywhere we can find a active bunnel. Oh my gosh, Trill, you are so weak. I can't believe you didn't manage to get that bunnel. This is unacceptable by Kakuku's standards. And then I'm going to have Totaro jump up and help out with the hunting as well. And then I'll have Kale gather up that bunnel meat. And then Juniper will kind of call out how she's afraid to go back over to where the other females are. Not that I was isolating the females, but they just naturally drifted that way. She's a little nervous to go back and would like some help. And I think Kel will offer to go back with her and make sure that it is safe. So we'll have him come down here, and we'll have her go ahead and come over here. And you know what? In the hot springs, at the base of the mountain, behind these rocks, glancing at one another as the young nicheling that they are, knowing that rogues patrol the area, I do think a romance will bloom. And so we're going to take Hale with his beautiful red hair that I think Juniper very much likes. And we are going to allow Juniper and Kale to have a child together. Let's make sure we give that child all of the perks we possibly can. Kale is pretty healthy. I think if I was going to get rid of anything, it would be Runner's Leg, or it would be his Velvet Paw by giving him Runner's Leg, because we haven't unlocked very much just yet. And we cannot put Hammertail in, unfortunately, because for the sake of the challenge, the prehistoric genes are simply too complex and cannot be added in. But I think I would want him to maybe pass on like a pattern. That would be really fun. So if he could pass on some sort of pattern, let's go with Mask like his mom, because that would look really cool. And Juniper, we will try to pass on normal eyesight for her, and having Digging Paw passed on would be really useful. And unfortunately, she does have recessive hemophilia and low fertility, but we can't correct that with our genes yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and just have her pass on normal eyesight for now. All right, and yay! All right, I think we're expecting a little baby. We have a babu. I can't tell because she's inside of the hot springs, but there's a love story in the making. When, where, and who should have the babies still remains a subject of debate. And actually, we're kind of ignoring the fact there's a lot of trees that could offer a lot of food. And I think that's something that Acornia really wants to pay attention to. So she's going to leave this permanent nest for a Nuar to have her child. And I think Acornia is going to go ahead and she's going to start wiggling over, because it may be a little bit of a risk, but those coconuts have to be eaten by somebody. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and see what happens next. I heard Totaro sneeze. Look at that! And Acornia and Nuar are definitely feeling fantastic from the healing that Juniper gave them. So I think that she is quite content about the fact that the purring heal powers are still working. I'm gonna let Nuar. Oh, there's the walrus deer! Would that gain the attention of my hammertail nichelings? Just perhaps. Oh gosh, but so would all of this food. Kind of hard. Totaro, you're gonna get up here. Okay, 7 days left. These two have just gathered up copious amounts of food for us. And Trill, is that a dead fish? Trill, I think you found, oh, it's not a dead fish, but he did find some fish. I'm gonna go ahead and let him try. We're gonna go ahead. Trill is going to start working his way down the mountain, I think, and revealing where the bundles are, because we do need to get ready to bump ourselves over to another island. And then Anuar, she can destroy berry bushes, but she cannot pick grass. It has become too tough, unless it is the softer regrowing grasses. For the sake of the challenge, the grass is too tough in this new era of cold to break, so that's why we can't collect the grass as a nest material. What we can do, however, I'm gonna go ahead, we can make one nest out of the material we do have. I'm gonna have Anuar or Acornia carefully come down here. There's that devious rogue! Kale, come over and, yeah, chase him off. Chase him off, Kale. And while you're at it, yeah, chase him off. Get him out of here. All right, so Kale is proving his power attacking that rogue. And Juniper, that actually makes me curious. Every time he attacks, it should count towards, yes, all right, 25 more attacks and we will get Claw. And then Juniper, can you actually dig up anything? Can you smell anything? It doesn't look like there's any roots nearby, unfortunately. And I think we're gonna go ahead, and she has 13 days left, and there's only 7 days on this island. So I think we're gonna leave her pregnant until it's time to jump to another island. And I'm gonna have her wiggle down here, maybe destroy this toxic berry bush. She's going to be hiding from that rogue for just a minute. All right. And now it is finally time. A Nuar and Kakuku's child shall be born. And since a Nuar does not have long for this world, I'm going to go ahead and let her possibly pass on dots. I just feel like she's a very practical nicheling, and somehow she feels dots are practical. So, she had a dot and baby girl! We needed a baby girl! Welcome, Kola! Your father is Kakuku, and your mother is Nuar. On Cuckoo. Anku? On. I think I'm gonna name her On, which is kind of adorable. But we're gonna name her An in honor of her mother Anuar and her father Kakuku. And she has recessive hammertail! Yes! So she will most likely be a mate for Totaro when he comes down, which is a fact that Anuar finds exceptionally annoying, but useful given the circumstances. And speaking of which, let's go ahead. Oh my good bunnel goodness. Look at this nonsense. Oh my gosh. Like, there's more bunnels than I can even begin to shake my tail at. Gosh, which ones to collect first? I can't even decide. There we go. We just got so much bunnel meat. If we could stay here longer, we would be able to get so much food for the next island. But I do think we need to start sending all of these guys down. Let's see, where'd that rogue go? Okay, the rogue is still here. Kale has no... Oh no! We're besieged by rogues on all sides. Suddenly being pregnant is like really protecting my females. We've got some food there. Does Juniper have attack ability? She does actually. I think she actually can attack. She can. All right. The one who's not safe is actually a Nuar. We're going to have to be very cautious as she guards her baby. And then Kale. All right. Can he smell the rogues? All right, that rogue is headed out to sea, so Kale can kind of stand guard there for a second. And then Cornea can gather the food there. That Crabbit is cooking himself into a delicious Crabbit snack. This is the first time in hundreds of episodes and hundreds of days worth of adventure in Niche that I have ever seen a Crabbit hot pot. I'm really actually amused by this. Much more than I really should be. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got it. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Can I eat that somehow? Did that grass just grow? What is going on here? This is interesting. Oh, and Anuar can actually do a little hunting. I'm gonna go ahead and let her hunt this spot and kind of teach her baby, Anan, how to do some hunting. Totaro, are you even gonna live long enough? Ananan, I don't even think Totaro is going to live long enough to pass on his genetics. This is a little frustrating. We do have a ton of food. Kakuku is a little bit like mega driven when it comes to bundle hunting, but hang on. All right, we have 8 nichelings right now. I know for sure we're definitely going to lose 4 of them, maybe 5. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose 5. That would only leave 3 nichelings. We need more babies. Totaro, you're gonna go ahead and help out here. Holy freaking what nots? Pardon? What just happened? There's more refugees from the encroaching ice from other tribes. I thought poor Anuar just got tackled by 2 rogues, but that is not the case. We just stumbled on 2. Just as I was going, oh no, we won't have enough nichelings to send to the next island, we just stumbled on not 1, but 2 wanderers. What is even going on right now? We have Tanuta, who we'd probably rename. And then we have Mira. So what is happening right now? Okay, what are your genes? Anything useful? Big body. C and D, hemophilia. And then she's got recessive purse snout. She's short-sighted though, and she is not going to live very long. So I wonder if Mira is actually Tanuta's mom. We could say she unfortunately has sickness and infertility. I thought these were going to be refugees from the ice, but actually this is a competing tribe coming to steal our resources. Neither of them have the genes that we are looking for. Mira cannot even be useful for breeding, unfortunately, because she has sickness and hemophilia and short-sighted eyes and is going to die soon. She is wounded and we could heal her with our snout. Tanuta, like, I mean, it's not worth it. They're actually competing tribe members trying to steal our food. Look at that. And now that we like gobbled down the food, they're beginning to back off. What even is going on here? All right, time to bring, oh, Trill only has 3 days left to live. This is not ideal. Oh gosh. And now there's like all these funnels everywhere. Holy days. Okay. All right. Can I get that funnel? Kakuhu can indeed get this funnel. So he's got food here. And then Juniper has actually got food here. We have food everywhere. There's a rogue male with a Nuar. No! That's everything opposite of what we wanted. Everything opposite. Oh no, a Nuar! I needed you and Kakuku to have like one last child to ensure the genes would be passed on. Oh, the drama. What even is happening? All right, let's gather up food here. We're gonna protect the baby there. And then, I mean, Acornia, I guess I should just go ahead and let you have your child, because this is just donkeys. Just donkeys all around. I'm gonna go ahead and let her have her child, because we need to get the child off the island. The Crabbit is even stealing our food. There's so many bundles here. And now there's a bird come to steal the babies. I don't think so, buddy. All right, who's freezing to death? Oh no, and it's actually Juniper. Juniper is pregnant and frozen in place. Her mate will have to come and protect her. The Crabbit has now keeled over from the cold. There are funnels all over the place. I really don't know if an An is going to be able... Oh wait, Totaro, what am I doing? I am wasting your life. If I bring him down to get snout, then he could live longer. What have I been doing? Oh boy. There's a lot happening. There is so much happening. All right. First steps first. Let's look at the new baby and give the new baby a name. We have a brand new little baby who unfortunately has deformed paw, and I don't know if he'll be able to go on to the next area. He is Acornia's child. He doesn't even have, unfortunately, snout, but he does have heat body recessive. And he is going to be named... Trill and Acornia had, what should I name you, little one? I'm trying to think of something kind of, Sentry? I'm gonna go ahead and name him Sentry, kind of after Centaur. And even though that makes no sense, just trust me. And Acornia, what am I gonna do with you? Okay, gotta think about this. Food time. We've got 4 days left. We have to protect the baby. We have to save the frozen nicheling. We have to have a Nuar, hopefully have one more child. She definitely needs that. An An can help out with gathering up some things. Kale has to rescue his mate. We've got to get these guys down and see if Totaro can get rescued by Kale's mate, Juniper, with that snout. Okay, let's begin. Funnel over here. Mate rescue over here. Food harvest here. Jump for healing down here. Heal here. Jump away so we don't infect everybody here. Oh my gosh, there's so much food. This is gonna be driving. Anan, you jump up here. This is gonna be driving Kakuku like absolutely bonkers. All right, a Nuar here, Kakuku here, food here, more food here. All right, and then gather up more food here. Can't really hunt any of those guys effectively there. Trill, I don't think you and Acornia are going to be able to pull off having another child because you have only got 2 days left. But I do want to try for that heat body. I guess Acornia, oh, she should probably have a child with Totaro. Because then that child would be absolutely unrelated to Anan. I think that's what we need to do. That is what we need to do. Acornia, I know the path that you are going to have to take, but Acornia also has to protect her child, so we can't go too terribly far. That was a bunnel. Okay, that was just a bunnel. Oh my gosh, I thought our baby got eaten, and it was a little bit of an alarming moment. I won't lie, it definitely startled me. Alright, Anuar will stay there because she's on a good nest. And then we've got a lot of food, and I kind of feel like Trill just needs, he's gonna do a couple calls and stay right here so that we don't lose sight of what's going on, who's here, and what's happening. Alright, let's try another day. We had the child of the rogue. Totaro is still alive. Anan is here. We have 3 days left. Okay, first things first. Anuar is, I think she would be a little mad about this rogue child. And would kind of leave him to the mercy of the ice, which Kakuku her mate would encourage her to do, actually. He doesn't have any of the genes that we're really looking for. He does have Claw, and he is super fertile, and he has B and H immunity. But I think that she would be very frustrated to have had her carefully laid plans for the tribe go awry. And also, she's had a very frustrating life so far, having to deal with Trill as a potential mate, and then having to run from those rogues. So we're going to go ahead, and she's going to leave the child to the mercy of the ice. And the ice claimeth! Oh, I don't think she actually thought it would be eaten by a bird. Oh my gosh, I think that she would feel guilty, but only for a moment. Where is the other nest? Okay, well, I guess now that other nest is empty. So this isn't going to be terribly huge of a deal, and she's going to go ahead and get back in this nest. Meanwhile, these two are going to scream their heads off because the walrus deer just showed up and startled the doodads out of them. Alright, so we've got that happening. Anan has to leave in 3 days. Pretty sure we can get down there in time, but I'm going to start... Oh man, if I have a baby here, Anuar has to have the baby here, but I don't think it can make it in 3 days. Holy cows! We're gonna be really pushing it tight, guys. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see if we can get down. We need to get these guys ready to go. And, okay, don't get hit by all of those, please. Alright, little sentry might end up coming by default. And then Cornea is going to meet with Totaro, and they're going to actually have a child, because it would be a child completely unrelated to Anan, because I don't think she is, like, Totaro is going to live long enough to become mates with her. So hopefully Hammertail can get in the tribe still after all. Alright, Totaro, you are going to, oh, and he could possibly pass on Birdbeak. Ooh, maybe he should have had a child with Juniper. That would have been kind of nifty, actually. And she's got female peacock tail. But we don't really need Birdbeak. It just helps out with digging. And we already have digging paw on Juniper. So it's just a moot point. So I want him to actually hopefully pass on. What can I think I can only give him like cosmetic things, unfortunately. Yeah, because we don't have any other traits I really want him to give. So I'm going to have him possibly pass on white pattern, maybe? And then what pattern? He has pattern type B. Let's go with pattern type D. Or like dense pattern, just because. Like snow. Like snow is just touching whatever child he has. And then Acornia already is ready and waiting. There we go. And she'll destroy that old nest. And hopefully, ooh, that's just enough nesting material. Should I have her make a new nest? Because I cannot take anything but, like, the normal grass. Okay. Hey, Bunnel. Okay, yeah, Trill is just gonna stay, like, right here. And I'm gonna have an on jump down here. Should I have a Cornea? They're gonna need that nesting material on the next island, most likely for babies. 3 days left. One day to be born. I don't think the babies are gonna be able to make it. Oh boy. Unless like we have a baby literally right here. This is gonna be a little too interesting for my taste, but we'll have to see what happens. All right, little guy. Sentry, suddenly this has become very important that you survive. So we've got to leave like in 3 days. And I don't think that Anuar's last baby is going to be able to make it. And I think that that is going to leave a permanently bad taste in our tribe's mouth about the way that rogue and rogue-born children can just completely risk the entire safety of a tribe. Already, this tribe is actually turning out to be a little bit more merciless than I expected, and I think Acornia is okay with having Totaro's child, because Trill had, I mean, it was love at first sight, but he's been very just all over the place, and Acornia really just wants to have some babies in the nest, and well, in the end, she's just happy that she gets to have another child. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go or if anyone is going to survive at this point, but I'm enjoying the challenge and I hope you guys are too. So if you could, do please leave a like to toss a little bit of luck their way. And if you would like to follow us for this and literally thousands more adventures and quite a few niche streams coming up, then do please consider subscribing and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!